So, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be interesting because we are joined by Mr. N.K. Jain. So, if I have to talk about the data centers and energy sector, data centers are no power consumer. How do you see this today? It's inherent part.
Yes, data centers, as you said, are power consumers. Not power consumers, data centers are known as power guzzlers. So they consume a lot of power, and in the modern data centers which are being constructed, designed and constructed in India nowadays, in all the tier 1 cities, are average consuming around 50 megawatt of power. Now, each data center is consuming 50 megawatt of power, and there are campuses which house multiple data centers. So there are campuses which are coming up now and which would consume close to 200 to 300 megawatt of power. It's like a mini power station.
Right.
So in this background, the power availability, power generation plays a big role, and the grid size, the capacity of transmission, all of these things play a big role. And so is the case with the renewable sources of power, because all of these data center, the users would like to consume only green power as much as it is available from the grid, and therefore it assumes a lot of importance.
Right, sir. So if I consider Mumbai and its suburbs, there's quite a lot of data centers are already established, and quite a few, even though India's largest data center is going to emerge somewhere in the neighboring city of Mumbai. So how do you see that the readiness in terms of meeting the power requirement for the data centers?
So of late we have seen a change in the attitude towards supplying power to these data centers from the utility companies, especially the government-owned utility companies, which earlier were not so much proactive about giving power to these, or were always passive. As we know, in India, it is the consumer who has to approach for power, and then consumer has to wait in a queue and make his application, and then wait when the power will come to his house or home or office or wherever. And that used to be the case even for data centers. Not now, not anymore. Now all the authorities, the government-controlled utilities, even the private utilities, they are very much aware of this. They have woken up to this, and they are very much coming forward, taking a step forward to supply power to these data centers. These data centers require a very interesting thing about this data center is that there are two terms in consumer language, LT consumer and HT consumer. You would be surprised to know that all of these data centers are none of these. They are EHT power consumers.
Wow.
So all of these data centers consume power at either 110 kV or 132 kV or 200 kV. So those are the kind of feeder lines that have to come into data centers. And these data centers are always asking for dual feeders. That means not one but two such feeders must come from the utility side to their data centers, one from a far off substation, another from another substation. So therefore, yes, these are the very stringent requirements of power for data centers. And yes, utility companies, including the government sector, is waking up to this.
Thank you so much, sir. Great talking to you. Thanks for sharing your insight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello friends. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content.